This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Bahamas Olympic Committee, in conjunction with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, hosted a gala luncheon today which paid tribute to sailors to Durward, Knowles and the late Cecil Cooke on the 50th anniversary of winning the country's first Olympic gold medal back in Tokyo in 1964, and this was quite a fitting honor.
I was given the task of superintending the acquisition of the new boats for the Defense Force, and I was being pressured to name these vessels. And in naming the vessels, we thought that we should name one after someone who had a tradition on the seas. So the same dogged fierceness and resolution with which Sir Durward sailed, he asked us, indeed he asked the crew of the boat, to remember what he was all about, and he wanted their performance to match his.
As sports tourism continues to take off here in the Bahamas, more state-of-the-art facilities are needed to host such events, and as Kelsey Johnson tells us, plans are moving full steam ahead.
In less than 2 months, the sounds of the power drill will be heard once again from around the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center as work on the remaining facilities designed to complete the build-out of the sporting complex is expected to continue.
In December, we intend to break ground for the new Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium, which will occur opposite the front gates of GHS on the west side all the way down to the new Churchill Tenor on the east side, with 8 small fields in the middle, so we'll be able to host international tournaments at last. The next thing that will happen, you will see the new tennis stadium emerging in the next couple of weeks. We're completing plans for that. And last but not least, the coup de grace and what will complete this national arena and sports facility for everyone to be very proud of will be where the carnival grounds is. Everyone knows the carnival grounds. We will be seeing, hopefully as early as next year, a new multi-purpose arena modeled after like an American Airlines arena in Miami.
The master plan will cover 450 acres of land extending from the front entrance on Thompson Boulevard to the southeastern section of the Blue Hills Sporting Complex, where the current softball parks are located.
The master plan that was put in place, I think from about, that would be 2006, 2005. We have the Kendall Isaacs Gym that has been remodeled. We know we have the National Track and Field Stadium that has been constructed by the People's Republic of China. The old stadium has been upgraded and certified by the IAAF. The swim complex is completed. We now have the hot rod track that is completed, and they are using that track. All the safety features in there are certified. We have the 9-hole golf course, the old Blue Hills course now. The fairways are getting ready. The tees and greens are done. That should open early next year. On the other side of that, we know the Soccer Federation is completing their plans. 1 artificial turf, 2 natural fields and parking.
According to Johnson, the build-out had to be a step-by-step process with the estimated cost of $100 million. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
The TSRS Stitches will represent Eleuthera at the Bahamas Softball Federation's Round Robin Nationals next weekend here in the capital. Last night, the ladies from Spanish Wells beat the Ashley and Andy Angels 15-1 to sweep that best-of-7 championship in 4 straight games. Now, Game 4 in the men's series, that will be played on Friday night, and a win there by the AGC Jets over Big Tuna will also secure a sweep and a trip to the round robin. Our Julian Gibson recently traveled to Eleuthera, and tonight he reports on the Jets' recipe for success.
Benson, most softball teams would dream just to have one starting ace pitcher. For the Andre Gardner Construction Jets, they have 3. Anthony the J.C. Bethel, Edmund Charlie Banks Bethel, and Richard the Lionheart Johnson.
That's what this team is made of, and I mean, it's really, you could imagine me 15 years, Richard pitch, and to see him come back out here, and he has the desire to win. He's one to manage, but when the team needs him, he steps up.
But for Richard Johnson, he really does not want to pitch.
The only reason I actually came back to even into softball was to help all of the young guys, especially in JC. All right, some of them didn't play with us, but you know, we're still working on it. It means a hell of a lot to me because now, you know, we could when we get off the scene, Edney, myself, and a couple of the other guys, then someone will be here to carry on softball. And softball is a tradition of Eleuthera.
Well, you guys have been to championship, Richard, back in Nassau, Robin Donovan, people seeing you at the Bakersfield. That's going to be another chapter in history.
That is going to be something interesting. Let me say it again. My intent is not to play. All right, it's going to be extreme like it was today for me to play. I'm not coming out here to play. I'm coming out here to coach. That's what I do.
Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
The New Providence Volleyball Association was back in action last night with a ladies doubleheader at the Donald Davis Gym. Up first took 4 sets, but the COB Carabs were able to put away Next Generation.
The game was a little shaky. We're much better than that. But at the 4th set, we picked up our game and we played. But one of our power hitters was out. She came to the game late, but we hold our head up high and we won the game.
It seems as though the new team gave you guys a little scare though.
They did. Apparently, some of our players are coming off the bench and trying to get them to play the game and remember what to do, and talking on the court give us a little challenge, but we get this.
Overall, how's your team looking?
Overall, we're a good team, but we just got to remember fundamental volleyball. But besides that, we're a good team.
As for last night's feature match, the Johnson Truckers won in straight sets over the Jaguars, who are still trying to find their groove.
We haven't been playing together for a very long time. I think it's just been a little over 3 weeks now, so it's a kind of a learning process that we're trying to develop as we go.
So are they getting it together?
They are. They absolutely are. With every practice and every game, they increase in their ability exponentially. This year, it isn't so much about targeting another team, more so than establishing our club and just developing the players that we have.
Was it hard recruiting, knowing that most of the teams already have a lot of the good players on it?
Well, yes and no, because we have a good mix of new players and old players, so we kind of recruited from persons that aren't playing anymore.
What do you say to the girls to keep them motivated, even if they win, lose, or draw?
We're just starting out, and it's only going to get better.
And that will do it for sports. Have a good evening, everybody.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.